Hey family, listen, whoever I'm speaking to, and take this message how it resonates for you. If it's not your message, don't force it if it does not fit. But many of you have this question in your mind, and you've been wondering why the people that you trusted, whether they be friends, family, co-workers, church members, or even lovers, felt like they could betray you so easily or deceive you so easily and play these games of manipulation and betrayal. Because whoever I'm speaking to, you are someone that before you were healed, you were very ruthless. You were a one-hitter quitter type of person. What I mean by that is that a person had one time to try to play in your face or play on your top, and they was gonna fuck around and find out that you wasn't that person. But in healing and in listening to people that you dealt with over the years that you cared about, you listened and you adjusted your attitude and your behavior. You're somebody that when you were younger, you were very impatient with people that seemed like they didn't have common sense or seemed like they disregarded your boundaries. And people that didn't deal with you prior to you healing, and even some of those that did, started to feel like that as you gotten older, you got weak, or that you let your guard down to a lot of things, or that you forgot who you were. But for many of you, you never were. You became like a spiritual school teacher. Every aspect of a relationship with you, whether it be platonic, familial, or romantic, you give 3 pop quizzes before every major exam. And what that means is that every aspect of a relationship that you deal with the person in, and take it how it resonates for you only, you will allow them, you will test them on something to see if they know the right way to do it or the right thing to say. When they don't, you'll give them another chance. And that 3rd pop quiz before the final test, you'll even go back and write down notes and answers as to what is correct for that problem, that question, that situation, that scenario. Then if they still fail or don't pass the major test, they don't realize that you start watching and you create an information sheet for yourself in regards to them. And then in every area, you start checking off some things. And based on how you feel about a person, you will grant them leniency in some areas that you know that they're weak in, that they're not proficient in, that they've never dealt with, based on the information that they've given you over the terms and the time of the relationship. And it's just like a school teacher. They have their picks, their chooses, their favorites, their pets, and those that they have a soft spot for in their heart. And that is the type of person you are in relationships. And then there are the people that you have dealt with. They wonder why you let them get away with so much. If you're so smart, if you know so much, if you're so intuitive, if you're so talented. So even if you started to call them out on their bullcrap, they would just change their strategy, because now they were really playing on your top, trying to see just how gifted you really were, or if you were able to recognize bullshit in different forms. And a lot of you were still taking notes on this. And you were giving warnings along the way that you were getting fed up, that you weren't going to tolerate this. And if they kept on, but you explained to them, you did not tell them all of these things without explaining to them why you were giving them ample opportunity to make things right. They just failed to believe what you were saying. They felt like the more they did, the more you took. And the more they did, the more you allowed them to do. Not realizing that you already had a time set forth in your mind as to when and what else they could do. And at what point you were going to totally cut them off. So when they got to that point and they reached that finish line with you, you did exactly what you promised them you were going to do. And now they're playing the victim. Now you're the villain in their story, even though they were the saboteur in your story. And not only were they the saboteur in your story, they weren't even strong enough to go to battle with you head up, one-on-one. They had to do slick, underhanded, manipulative, deceptive things. And on top of that, they had to enlist the help of others in order to help them carry this out, because them alone, they weren't smart enough to outsmart you. They weren't strong enough to continue in battle with you. They have been worn down from trying to deceive you, but they were on a win at all cost trajectory. And because of that, they are now finding themselves sitting by themselves, or in whatever situation or whatever person that they decided to go to. That's where they are stuck right now. And they are dealing with some heavy karma, because not only were they playing with you, but they were playing with the Most High that does not play about you. Not only were they playing with you, they were playing with your spirit guides, your angels, and your ancestors, and whoever I'm speaking to. Your ancestors, they didn't play when they were here. And they definitely don't play now. And they certainly do not play about you. If this is your message, family, let me know. Leave me a like, leave me a comment. Repost the message for those that need to hear it. And if you haven't already, join our soul family. I love you guys. Keep going and keep growing. And I'll catch you on the next one.